The mail never stops.
Here comes the mailman.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. The mail's here. When you control the mail, you control information.
Did you make the playoffs, Newman? Did you make the playoffs, Newman?
I'm ready.
Probably not.
I'm ready.
If there's something strange in your league, who you gonna call?
Serenity now! Serenity now! Welcome to the Sleeper Wire Mailsack. The best addiction and therapy at the same time for yours truly, Producer Steve. With me on the show tonight, I got all the degenerates. We got all three of them. Lucas, Dirty Jobs Mike, and Hus is back off of, he's been on assignment somewhere, doing something around the world somewhere. International man of mystery. Don't ask, though. Actually, tonight is a special mail sack because some people who asked questions already in the thread, they didn't make the playoffs, unfortunately. You know, bad luck or something. But I said, you guys want to ask some personal, inappropriate questions of the host? Go ahead. It's a Q&A show.
Let's do it.
Well, let's find out. Hey, if you're listening on a replay or on Dash Radio and the phone line won't work, so otherwise we take live calls. But if you're listening to a recorded, go to our webpage, sleeperwire.com. If you have questions, go to the free advice button at the top. Click on that, fill out the form. It goes straight to our email, and we'll look at your email as a group and write you back. And we also have the phone line open, of course, every time we do the Sleeper Wire Mail Sex. 256-567-SLEEP, 256-567-5337. If you call in, you jump the line and ask your question first. And otherwise, we'll just jump into the sec. We don't have any calls yet, although I expect some to call in. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Who's running the boat today? Yeah, Lucas, you do it.
Imagine Lucas.
I heard you breathe.
Okay.
I heard you breathe.
All right.
You breathed first, so you go.
Steer the man.
I'm here. Okay. I'll be the engine, you know.
Take us away.
Who do we got here? We don't have any calls right now? Is that what Steve just said?
Not yet. They'll come in. 256-567-5337. Call in now.
Okay, so from the sack, Renas says, without Sanders, should we buy more into Sutton or Hamilton? Who's?
You gotta buy into Sutton more. I mean, Hamilton is getting more snaps, I believe, which is strange. But at the same time, we've seen more of Sutton. We've heard more of Sutton. You gotta believe that now that they've lost their tight end, they lost Sanders. They gotta buy into Sutton a little bit more. So yeah, I'd still like to have Hamilton on a roster if I can get him.
Yeah, I mean, with me, I feel like Sanders was a huge loss, but I feel like Sutton will be the guy that kind of fills that gap. And I think Hamilton, I think both of those guys are good enough to buy into right now. I feel like
Tim Patrick
is okay to own.
What about Tim Patrick? Any
See, and I feel like he's going to be kind of one of those sneaky sleeper guys, but I just feel like Hamilton and Sutton just have that premier talent. I feel like Patrick will get used, but we're talking like 2 to 3 catches used. It's not going to be heavy volume.
Right.
Sutton was really the high profile, more highly touted player coming into this year, and everyone, kind of expected there'd be some sort of an emergence with Sutton, even with Demaryius there, and then it tells me that they had a lot of confidence in Sutton going forward to trade Demaryius away. So I think Sutton is really the guy to own here.
And I think I wouldn't, take a look at old Devontae Booker. I'd take a look at him in the PPR league, in the deep one, because he's been their pass catching back. I mean, not like he hasn't been gobbling a ton of balls, but he should see a few more coming his way.
All right, moving on to the next one we have. It's Rai.
Wait, I got calls. I got calls now.
We got calls?
Yeah,
we got calls?
We got calls.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
All right. So up first, we got Robert calling from my neck of the woods in Ohio. Robert, welcome to the Sleepwire Show.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, Robert?
First-time caller. It's going good. So I'm in a Yahoo league. I got Jalen Samuels. Just picked him up. I'm planning on putting him in the tight end spot.
There you go.
Is that a dirty move?
No, it's an awesome move.
I mean,
I wish all leagues did this.
Like, you probably should feel a little dirty just because this guy's going to come in and probably, have a good chance at the number one tight end spot this week. So, no, that's a beautiful play. And for the first round of the playoffs, I'm assuming, must be nice.
Yeah, it is. I'm in fifth place.
Okay,
I got one more question for you.
Go for it.
I also have Cam Newton and Jameis Winston. What's your who you picking out of that?
Dirty jobs. I'm going to let you take this one off.
I've got to ride with Cam. He's got me to the playoffs. He's the reason I'm here. Jameis Winston, he's always got that scary effect that he throws 2 picks and he turns into Ryan Fitzpatrick. So for me, I gotta stick with Cam. I can't let go.
All right, that's who I was planning on. You just solidified it. But if it goes wrong, I'll call you back and give you some flack about it.
His name is Dirty Jobs Mike.
On Twitter, on every platform. Go ahead, blast me out loud. I'm okay with that.
I actually agree with this. Right. The Saints defense has been one of the best defenses in the NFL over the last 4 weeks. So, and I'm not worried about Cleveland at all. I think Cam should have a big day.
I'd actually lean Winston, but I'm outvoted here.
My team, but...
Say that again, Robert.
Oh, so I'm hoping he has a good game, but also I'm undecided because he's playing my Browns. So,
hey, I mean, he can have a good game, and the Browns still put up points. Carolina's defense has been pretty bad, so maybe it'll be high scoring.
Yep. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Good luck.
Okay. Right. Thank you for calling, Robert. And on the line next, hang on. I got goofed up on the window here. Where are we at? John from New York. Get it together,
Steve.
Sorry. John from New York is back on the show. So, good evening, John. Thanks for calling the Sleepwire Show.
Hey, John.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how we doing?
How you guys? Good. How you guys doing?
Good. What you got for us?
Great. So, the league I usually call you guys about, I'm sitting pretty with a bye this week.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Okay, we like that.
Yeah. So you guys have helped me out a lot this year. Calling about another league that's a smaller league, only a 10-team league that in 4th place now, looking to secure a playoff spot for next week. And my strategy all year in this league, because it's a 2-flex league, has been running back heavy. So now I got a lot of running backs. I don't know which ones to play on a weekly basis, but it's kind of a good problem to have. So I need to select 4 running backs from this group. I think 3 are fairly obvious, but I'd like to hear what you guys say. And again, I need 4 of them. So I got McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, David Johnson, Dalvin Cook, Sony Michel, and Spencer Ware. I know it's ridiculous, but I started this league 0-4 because I was hoarding running backs, and now it's just finally paying off. And, it's now I got to figure out who to play each week.
Wow. Okay.
Good problem.
So, McCaffrey, Jones, Chubb, DJ, Dalvin, Ware, and Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to get all these lineups.
I'm going to go with McCaffrey for sure. Jones for sure. And
Jones is a for sure for you out of all of those.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Atlanta.
Against Atlanta at home.
He's got Atlanta at home. I like that. That's as it's starting to trend on, as I'd like to call it, juicy. It's a matchup. It's a juicy one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I'm gonna go with Michelle. Go with Michelle was the last one at Miami.
I need 2 more. The double.
Oh, just the two. Okay, yeah. So yeah.
So well, I need 4 total.
He needs 4 total here.
Oh, 4
total.
Okay, and then Cook.
And
then
yeah,
give me Dalvin.
Yeah, that's why I got so many of these guys, because I can use them. So.
Yeah, I'd use Dalvin next.
To me, I'm in the same exact boat as Hus. The first half, the second half, almost there. Also, give me Dalvin Cook, but also give me Chubb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm McCaffrey, then Chubb. I guess I'm going Jones with you guys. You've persuaded me there, but I don't really like Ware against Baltimore.
So you got 2 for Chubb. You got McCaffrey. You got to pick 2 more, right?
Yeah, so
I just got to pick 1 more. So it looks like McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb is kind of the consensus, which is what I was going back and forth with. It's really David Johnson, Cook, and I think Sony Michel are really the next 3 best options. It's almost like I can't consider Ware.
David Johnson. I mean, not to say you can't trust him because he's still getting used, but I don't know.
Against Detroit,
I'm actually confident playing David Johnson. Give me him, in fact.
Yeah, I'm also McCaffrey, Jones, Chubb, and DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Cook, I love Cook's talent. But they're playing Seattle, and
Seattle hasn't been that great this year against the run, though.
No, but I haven't liked his use. He's not getting the usage I would like to see. I would like to see 20 touches a game for Dalvin Cook, and I think he would be putting up monster games. But Murray is still getting a lot more work than I would like him to be right now.
Well, they're gonna, I don't think we're gonna see Murray go away at all. But I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Actually, I think I'm gonna switch DJ to Michelle. The Edmonds thing is what's kind of freaking me out. Seeing him get so many touches last week, 2 touchdowns.
Edmonds just looked better with the limited work he got. And this coaching staff said that they want to use Edmonds more. They've said this 2-3 weeks ago, and they're not using him more, obviously, but they're using him more than 2 carries a game what he usually gets. So
they're using it when
he could be their guy
in the red zone, which is what the problem was last week too.
Yeah, and that team's not getting a ton of yards in general. So I'm switching. Yeah. The first 3, I think we're all in agreement. McCaffrey, Jones, Chubb, and then I'm switching over to Michelle just because Miami's defense is.
Yeah, I like Cook's got a great schedule the rest of the season. It's just he just looks so explosive. I know there's going to be a time when I'm gonna play him and it's going to count. And I just I'm not even that. I think that with all these guys, I really can't go wrong. But I think that he's going to have a blow up week. I don't think it's against Seattle. I think it's probably going to be against Miami the week after or Detroit. Right? I mean, week 15 Miami. I see flashbacks of Aaron Jones all over again.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you have this is, like you said, it's a really good problem to have, and hopefully this helps.
Yeah. And then one last question at wide receiver. You can tell we've sort of punted everywhere but, running back all year round. So DJ Moore or Cortland Sutton. Those are really we have Keenan Allen. He's a lock. Only got to play 1 more. Moore or Sutton.
I think I like.
And it's not even close for me.
What is it, Mike?
Sutton, and it's not even close for me.
Really? Is that just because of because I got a couple shares of Sutton? Is that just because of the Sanders news, or is it just because there's so many weapons in Carolina that?
No, I think you can pass against Carolina for starters, and I think that Emmanuel Sanders is going to be big shoes to fill, and I think Cortland Sutton is going to be the guy that's going to fill them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd take Sutton as well, simply because his schedule is so juicy. It's really nice. So I'd give me Sutton.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I like that. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'll let you get to some other calls, but thank you again. I'm sure I'll call next week when I got the playoffs starting But thanks
All
again.
right, man. Good luck this week, buddy.
See you, John.
All right, thanks, guys. Good luck, guys. Okay, go. Bye.
Outstanding call. We got another caller on the line. I was looking for the rush hour clip. I couldn't find it. Oh, it's Clyde. It's Clyde from California. Welcome to the Sleepwire Show.
Oh, Clyde, baby.
All right. Thanks. Hey, you guys ready?
Yeah, what you got?
All right. Well, I've got a lot of lineup questions for you. And a few weeks ago, I called in, and you guys gave me genius advice. So I'm hoping
Sounds
you guys
like
go
us.
2-2. All right. So it's a half-point PPR and a 6-point touchdown for the quarterback. So I've got Trubisky going over Wilson this week, and I'm solid on that. And my running backs, I've got Melvin Gordon, but it doesn't look like he's going to play.
No.
So I've got Nick Chubb and Mark Ingram and Jeff Wilson and LeGarrette Blount. So I can pick 3 of those guys. And
Okay.
so it doesn't look like Melvin Gordon's going to play, but I'm going to keep him in my flex spot just in case. But if I do that, then like Ingram worries me, even though he's playing Tampa Bay. I got Chubb as my number 1 running back, and I like Wilson. And Blunt's got a good matchup and no Kerryon Johnson, it looks like. And they're all late games, Wilson and Blunt. So if I play Ingram, then I can only play one of Wilson or Blunt and or Melvin Gordon. So that's my dilemma.
I'm Chubb and Ingram for sure.
All right. You guys are pretty safe with Ingram?
Yeah, against Tampa, yeah, I'm not worried. I actually think this will probably be fairly high scoring.
All right. Yeah, he's just done me bad every time I play him, so like makes me nervous because he only gets to play less than half the time.
Tampa, yeah, I mean, you have to remember he split touches in the backfield last year with Kamara, and he finished as a top 6 running back on the season, splitting touches. And this week he's playing against Tampa. Tampa has given up, I think, the 5th most points to running backs. And I expect to see a lot of Kamara and Ingram here. Do you guys see this any other way?
No,
I don't.
I see a
I think
nice
it's gonna
bounce
be
back
both
for
of
Ingram.
those. As far as those two guys at the end box score, I like them both a lot this week. I think the one guy that I'm sitting here is LeGarrette Blount. And I do see his upside. I do see the upside, especially without Kerryon Johnson there. But the thing that scares me is he's so touchdown dependent. They don't really use him, and they don't really get in the red zone enough for me to be happy about that touchdown dependency. So that's the guy I'm sitting there.
I'm the same way with Wilson. Like, he's going to get passes and he's going to get rushes, and there's no competition. So I'm good with him. Blunt seems like if he's ever going to get touchdowns, this is the week. And Ingram's kind of touchdown dependent too. If he doesn't get to touchdown,
yeah, I think they're kind of the same, but give me the guy on the better offense. Because I think Blunt,
especially an offense that just got beat up, that
right,
bad. They're going to come out looking for blood this week. Remember, you're talking about a team that it was 4th and 1, and they had the game in hand. All that they had to do is down it, and they threw it to Kamara.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So then my last little piece of dilemma here is I've only got 2 wide receivers, and it's Julio Jones and Tyler Boyd. And so I could go to the free agents, but it's like slim pickings in the boneyard. So the only guys there that would do me any good are Jordy Nelson or MVD, David Moore, Tyler Gabriel, Zay Jones, or Cal. Any of those guys over Boyd that you can think of?
No, not even close.
Not over Boyd, no.
Not over Boyd.
All right,
I like me some Zay Jones this week.
Yeah, I do like Zay Jones, though, but not over Boyd.
Yep.
Should I
Same
just
here.
like egg him and hang on to him then?
Yep.
I would.
Zay
Yeah,
Jones?
I think he's going to be a playoff winner right there. Zay Jones is going to come out of nowhere. Josh Allen's looking better and better every week. I told you guys this in the preseason, that this guy is an absolute stud, and he's starting to do absolute stud things. So, who else is he going to have to throw to? You saw what Charles Clay did with the ball. So,
Yeah, they just let go of Kelvin Benjamin and Andre Holmes, so Zay is pretty much like their only guy.
He's it right now.
yeah,
So then, but Boyd over Zay Jones.
yeah, for sure. Yep, we're not getting all crazy
All right.
here about Jones, but we're
I've
close.
been like a magician this year. In this league, it was started out 2-5 and getting laughed at, and I got a crappy team, and I've been just like making trades and band-aiding and getting lucky, and I'm in the playoffs as a 5 seed with the easiest matchup to the championship. If I could just
There you
if I
go.
pull this off, like I belong on your show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there you go. You get a spot.
We'll have you
All
on
right,
for-
guys. I appreciate
All right,
your help. It's a fun show to listen to.
Heck yeah, well, thank you, man. We appreciate it, and good luck this week.
Yeah, I'll need it. Thanks again. Bye, guys.
All right,
See ya.
Clyde.
See you later.
I found it. I found it. It was quieter than
There it is.
Quieter.
There it
It was
is.
quieter.
What's up, man?
Yeah, a little late than ever. Who else we got here? Oh, we got Juan on the line. Juan's called in before. Let's bring him into the show. Juan, thank you for calling the Sleeper Wire show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Juan?
What's up,
Not
man?
much, man. I made the playoffs this week, so yeah. But hey, I didn't go with Howard though. Like I just went with Justin Jackson, and it paid off.
There you
Justin
go.
Jackson.
I was
There you
kinda-
go.
Yeah, I love Justin Jackson.
Yeah, I had to start him too in a couple leagues.
So,
Loved it.
This week, I made it as a 50, so I'll be playing the top dog, or he's the top guy in the league. But I'm getting to it. I have 3 quarterbacks: Deshaun Watson, Trubisky, or Josh Allen. What do y'all think?
Who was the first one again?
Deshaun Watson, Trubisky, or Josh Allen?
Ooh, okay, who are you feeling strong on here?
Well, I just picked up Josh Allen because, man, I know he's rushing for that long.
Let's see.
I'm saying Josh Allen, and because I'm such a freaking Josh Allen fan, it's not even funny.
No,
He's
don't
in
tell him
the-
to do that in playoffs. Come on, man. Don't tell him to rest his.
Do a fantasy football question. I'm so happy
I
right
say
now.
Watson.
Yeah, you gotta go Watson here. Houston is the hottest team possibly in all of the NFL right now.
Yeah,
They've
They're
won
rolling.
9 in a row.
they roll.
They're at home, and I know you like the Colts, Mike. You know, I know that you love them with Chris, right? Now I know you're a Denver man, but the Colts aren't looking that good right now. And the last time these two teams played, it was a fairly high-scoring game. I expect Deshaun Watson to put up some points here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
Lakers here.
I can confidently say Deshaun Watson. That said, I don't think I can. But God, Josh Allen. That should be the answer.
And then I guess receivers. I got Adam Thielen, prime time, and then either Josh Reynolds or Godwin or Humphreys as my second receiver.
I think you got to go Humphreys, right?
I think you do too.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling.
Okay. Okay. And then my running back. Leonard Fournette tomorrow,
Dog agrees.
and then James White, and then I guess Burton, and then my flex. That's where I need help at. Either Justin Jackson or Godwin or Reynolds.
I'm going. Melvin Gordon's probably not playing. Justin Jackson, they showed, he got enough work, and against Cincinnati, against Cincinnati that Phillip Lindsay just put up like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Justin Jackson only needs like 10 touches to be fantasy relevant against that defense. So Justin Jackson and have fun watching him play whenever he gets the ball. Do you guys disagree with that?
I think I'd probably lean Godwin, but I love me some Justin Jackson.
So you would play Humphrey and Godwin and not get Jackson in there?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I would do the Jackson and Humphreys thing myself too.
Okay. Sounds good. And here's one more question. My other league, one receiver, Courtland Sutton. You think he's going to be relevant now, like big time, since Samuels is out?
Yeah, he has to be now.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be relevant before, which he was, but he has to be now. So it's like, yeah.
I said it on Sunday's show that Emmanuel Sanders is a ball hog, and all the passes that were going to Courtland Sutton, he was actually intercepting himself. So now that he's out of the way, it's Courtland Sutton time. It'll finally be there.
And do you think Burton bounces back this week? That's my last question. From that goose egg with Mitch Trubisky.
You're asking if Allen Robinson's back?
No, if Burton bounces back with Mitch Trubisky this week. Because I got him or Herndon from the Jets as my tight end, and I really need to hit it this week.
Yeah. I love Burton as a talent, but he really just is not required to be a focal point of that team, given that Trubisky can run the ball and scramble. Cohen apparently throws for 100 yards and also rushes for 200 yards. They have Howard. They have Allen Robinson, who's a little bit of a target hog there, and then Anthony Miller is back, and he's a stud. And then they have Taylor Gabriel. So there's just not a ton of targets to go around. And I mean, you're really hoping for a touchdown from Burton, because I don't see him getting more than 4 or 5 targets this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Herndon's a matchup as well, though. I mean, I think you're going Burton over Herndon, though, no?
Yeah, I think I'd still go Burton. Neither of them are ones that you're extremely happy to play this week, but I think Burton's on the better offense.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, guys. Well, I guess I'll talk to y'all next week. I'll go to the second round.
Go get Jalen Samuels and plug him in a tight end.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Juan.
That's sweet. All right, guys. See y'all next week. Later.
See ya.
All right, Juan. Good luck, man. Calling. Was that the guy that was the UPS driver?
No.
Oh, okay.
Different guy.
All right.
We haven't heard from him in a couple weeks. I wonder where he is right now.
He's out making deliveries, man. Christmas deliveries.
He's the UPS guy. He's working until 4:00 in the morning, and then he goes back to work at 5:00 in the morning.
I know, but he was calling us when he was working, though.
Yeah.
He was driving the truck calling us. So, hey, what the heck?
We got one.
Call back in, buddy.
We got one more. We got one more caller from New Jersey. It's Raven. Raven, welcome to the Sleeper Wire Show.
How are we
doing, Raven?
Oh, thanks. Hi, how you doing? So I just have one quick question. I need somebody for my wide receiver 2 position, either Adam Humphries or Courtland Sutton. I've been holding on to Sutton for a while now, so I'm hoping he pops because I need him. I lost AJ Green. Tough call.
Yeah. Okay. So who do you like here more? These are close.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think I'm going Humphries. An underdog. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Humphries. I feel like he has a safer floor than Sutton, just because I don't know how it's going to play out. I want to see the offense before I just plug him in. I don't know. I'm nervous.
Let's see what Dirty Jobs has to say here, Mike.
Well, as the resident Broncos homer, I know you guys are expecting me to say Sutton right here, but with Humphries, man, that guy has just been a scoring machine.
Yeah,
I mean,
lately, yeah.
The guy who I was looking at his numbers today, and the guy whose numbers he reminded me of was Cooper Kupp. The 6 for 67 and a touchdown, 7 for 77 and a touchdown. marginal numbers in there like that. So for me, give me that consistent floor that we've been seeing. I think Jameis Winston will play the whole game, although you never know with that team, but I feel like they're finally kind of starting to get their groove. So I feel like Humphreys is the answer here.
Oh, yeah. Saints allowing 70% passing production to the wide receiver position at the second highest mark in this league. So, I like, man, Humphreys, Godwin, anybody in the Bucs uni, I really like. So, yeah, we've seen it more from Humphreys.
Humphreys in the PPR has put up double-digit points 6 out of the last 8 weeks. That's pretty consistent. I think you got to go with Humphreys here, even though I really like Sutton also. I think that these are 2 decent options to fill in for A.J. Green.
All right, thanks. I hope so, because I really need to win. This guy talks a lot of trash.
Okay, yeah. Well, let us know how you did. We think Humphreys is the way to go here.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you for calling in. All right. I think we're good. Oh, no, wait, we got another one. I didn't get to screen this one yet. Should we do it live?
Yeah, do it live.
We'll do it live, damn it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right.
Great.
Hey, Sleepwire Show. Thank you for calling in. What's your name?
So we're doing it live?
Doing it live.
Gabriel from Florida.
What's going on, Gabriel?
How you guys doing? So after the Emmanuel Sanders news, I actually have a bye, so I'm not worried about this week. But I just have a rest of the season kind of outlook question. Emmanuel Sanders was my third, my flex pretty much player. I have DJ Moore. That's what I'm thinking to use, on my flex. What do you think of his outlook with Olsen, out too? What do you think? Do you think that's a good replacement for Sanders?
Hus, what do you think here?
Yeah, I love me some DJ Moore. He's been a focal point. I think he continues to be that now. They haven't seemed to use the tight end much. So I think they do rely a little bit more on Samuel, a little bit more on Moore. Yeah, I like it.
I like DJ Moore also. I am curious what other guys that you have.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So my starting lineup is Mahomes, Gurley, Adams, Hilton, Aaron Jones, and then Ertz, and then with Sanders. And then I have on the bench, I have Sonny Michel, I have Spencer Ware, I have DJ Moore, I have Josh Reynolds, and I have Josh Adams. And I have Justin Jackson, but who knows when Melvin Gordon will be back. He's just on my bench as a stash.
So can you put a running back in your flex spot?
Yeah.
Okay, so immediately, I know that you said you have a bye this week, but going forward, this is you're gonna be flipping between your running backs here. It's going to be Sony, or if we see Ware pick up his volume for the Chiefs, it's either going to be Sony or Ware almost every single week. I'm not even going to look at DJ Moore. It's
that's I was thinking the same thing. It's just I haven't Ware. I was excited about him, and then he really didn't do much the first game. But so I know Sonny Michel I'm starting, and if I make it to the finals, I know I'm starting him against Buffalo in my flex. No doubt about it. But I just don't know for the semifinals because Aaron Jones is at Chicago. So that obviously I'm not sitting him, but at the flex, I think I need more of an upside player. I would say.
Yeah,
and
I'd still go with the running back for sure. I would still be going with that.
Yep.
It scares me because Thursday Night Football and Mahomes and Ware, because that's who I would play on Thursday. Because I don't want to play Michelle at Pittsburgh. That would be because he might get fade. I don't know, just risky at Pittsburgh.
It's a little bit, but these teams have to win. These guys are all playing to win. We're getting late in the season. I mean, they have to come out swinging here.
So you're all about you guys are all about that, right?
I'm all about the running backs. Given the ones that you have really good, some pretty good running backs here. Hus, tell me, Mike, Dirty Jobs?
Yeah, I mean, you want a guy that's going to be touching the ball. So you've got a plethora of nice options there. So
yeah, it's the guaranteed touches that we always fall in love with. It's all about that volume. The more volume you get, the more opportunity you get, etc. And that's, so we're always going to try to go with the volume play.
And these guys are
like upsides, but man, 20 touches versus 4,
It's that, and these are also running backs that are all on pretty high-powered offenses.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
they're going to be getting in the red zone. They're going to be getting a lot of yards, a lot of offensive snaps. So that's really what you're looking for here. You got some really good. I think we would all tell you to lean running backs wherever you can.
Yeah, you got some really good ones. I think I'd do Sony this week though, but
he has
I don't have to play this week. Yeah, so like next week, Spencer Ware is home against the Chargers, and then Michelle is at Pittsburgh. I would lean Ware if I'm going to choose my running backs. I would probably Ware because he's at home.
Wait and see what the usage is. If Ware gets a bunch of touches this week, then I would feel comfortable doing that. But if his touches are more split with West and Williams again, to where it doesn't look like he's getting the lion's share, then I think we would all definitely lean Sony Michel.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot.
All right. Good luck, man.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right, Gabriel, thank you for calling in. We got another call I didn't have a chance to screen. Just came in, so...
Don't it lie.
Caller, welcome to the show. What's your name?
How's it going? My name is Brandon. How you guys doing?
What's going on, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, you guys helped me out a few times, so I appreciate you guys and got me to the playoffs this year with you guys' advice. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Hell yeah.
What do you, man?
So what do we got this week?
I got a flex question. It's a half-point PPR. I got 3 options here. I got Austin Eckler, I got Tevin Coleman, or I got Pettis from San Francisco, the receiver.
Nice.
Okay, so what are you thinking here?
How many do you need?
I need just one, guys. Just one.
Kind of like me some Pettis.
Really?
Yeah,
he did look good. He did look good.
He's been really explosive, and I think they want to get him going. It's towards the end of the season, I think they want to see what they got there. Even though Garcon's probably going to be back, and he was starting for Garcon, I believe. I like him though. I like the talent.
I know we've been talking up Justin Jackson, quite a bit for the Chargers, but I think that there's enough against Cincinnati's the worst run defense in the NFL. I think there's enough work to go around for both Eckler and Jackson. So I think I would lean Eckler here, with Melvin Gordon likely being out again. Dirty Jobs?
With them just clinching the playoffs, I was thinking about what you just said right there. And so, for me, I think I like the volume play, too, of Eckler. I think he's going to get used enough. He was on the field the majority of the game. It's just he didn't get as much done as Jackson. So, I'm good with Eckler.
Okay, sounds like 2 for Eckler and 1 for Pettis.
All right, cool. Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Yep.
Good luck, Brandon.
Good luck, man.
Thank you for
All
calling
right,
in.
happy holidays. Thank you.
Happy holidays, brother.
I like Pettis too, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to make it a push.
Throw that in there. No, we don't. I don't dislike Pettis. I just know how many points running backs have put up on the Cincinnati's defense in the last 4 weeks. It's something like 140.
Eckler just has been letting me down lately, though.
Yeah, that's my thing. And Denver hasn't been that great against wideouts, so
I don't know. If they just ran the other guy, I don't even know what his name. What's his name? The other guy in San Diego, Jackson.
Justin Jackson.
If they ran him like Melvin Gordon style and put Eckler back in that complimentary role, I'd like him a lot more. I don't like Eckler as a starter. That's my problem. Or I think why he's struggling. Okay, that is it for calls right now, guys. If you want to call in, the phone lines are free. We're going to jump into the mail sack again, but if you want to call in, you can. The number is hang on. Brain fart. 256-567-5337. 256-56-SLEEP. Sleep on your phone. Did we leave off at It's Ray Ray or JVB?
I think we are It's Ray Ray.
All right.
Which two would you keep in a two-player keeper league? Melvin Gordon, Chubb, Sony Michel, carry on. You need to keep two.
Gotta be Chubb and Gordon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same here.
JVB says half-point PPR. Who does he start? Thomas or Rudolph? It's Thomas from Tennessee. No, that's Jonnu Smith. Why am I blanking right here?
Ian Thomas?
Yeah, Ian Thomas.
Yes, from Carolina.
Ian Thomas. Yeah, he wants Golson's replacement here.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, it's okay. No, give me the other guy. I'm sorry, who was the other guy?
Rudolph.
Give me Rudolph.
With his nose so bright.
Oh yeah. Won't you ride that fantasy championship sleigh into some glory?
There you go. We're going Rudolph. Sandman25 wants to know, should I roll with Kirk Cousins for week 14, then Trubisky 15 and 16, or roll with Josh Allen till the end?
Allen till the end, huh? It's kind of bold.
I don't think I'm running Josh Allen over Trubisky going forward. I think Trubisky's probably your guy because he can run even better than Josh Allen.
Those are lies.
I mean, we can look at his stats. Look at his running stats.
Look at the running stats.
Yeah, look at it, 135 yards.
I think he's in like fourth place as far as rushing quarterbacks go.
Trubisky's in second.
Give Josh Allen 5 more games.
Right.
Yeah, but Trubisky can throw.
Yeah, that's true.
And he has people to throw too.
This is also true. Weapons that aren't named Zay Jones.
There you go. And Charles Clay.
Right. Ugh.
Yuck.
So I think our answer is Trubisky here. Roll on with Trubisky. Iceberg Slim 1 says, Connor more than a 1 week absence? What do you think? He wasn't able to put any pressure on it and walk down those stairs. So I think if Jalen Samuels looks good, they're not going to rush Connor back. Connor's kind of their future there.
Right.
I've had a lot of ankle issues in my life playing soccer, and I don't know too many games where I left a game not being able to walk on a foot, and then I was playing in a highly competitive match within the next 2 weeks. So I think it's going to be at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think he's out for your fantasy playoffs. Actually, I think he comes back for a regular playoffs.
Yeah, I think you might get him by week 16. That would be where I would feel that he would most likely be back, but I would not expect him for 14, 15. As tough as that is to say. R. Somers, full point PPR, Dalvin Cook or Nick gives you a chubby?
I said Cook before, didn't I? I think I said Cook before.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Chubb, this boys have been balling out, though.
Yes. I think it's a matchup. It's just a matchup. Seattle's been a little bit easier to run against.
Yeah, it's just more the touch thing for me. I know Carolina hasn't given up a ton recently, but over, here's starting with week 7, Nick Chubb has gotten 18, 22, 20, and 28 rushes. And then last week he only had 9 rushes, but he still had 16 points. He's been putting up over 100 all-purpose yards every single game and has had a touchdown in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6 games. He's had a touchdown in almost every single game he's been the starter and has had 100 all-purpose yards.
That's damn good. Damn good.
And they're at home. So I like both these guys, but I think purely just based off of the volume, it would be Nick Chubb for me. Dirty Jobs?
Same. Yep. Nope. I agree completely. It's just I don't see a reason to sit the guy. I haven't seen a reason to sit the guy yet. Carolina's decent, but it's not enough to scare me away from it. Give me that production that he's been getting. I gotta go with it. Like I said, this is the guys who's got me here. These are the guys who put me in this position.
Yeah. And I'd have to look this up, but I'd be willing to bet that Nick Chubb, since he took over since week 7 at Tampa, I would be willing to bet that he has been a top 6 running back in that 6-game stretch, 7-game stretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
All righty. I'm sure Steve thinks that Cook would be the way to go here also, so we're split 2-2 again.
No.
What's that? You don't?
No, I'm good.
He likes the Chubb.
Pleads the fifth. Justin Jackson, Gus the Bus, or Josh Adams in half-point PPR? Dirty Jobs, why don't you take this one off?
I think I like Gus Edwards. Sorry. I think I like him against Kansas City. I think he's just they're going to have to try to play Baltimore's football game if they want to win. So that's going to be pound it up the middle, run that clock down, and hopefully try to hold what you can on defense.
Okay, does it being a half-point PPR change anything for you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Who's?
I think Jackson.
I like Jackson's talent more, but I think Gus has been getting the work. He's had over.
Is he 100%? Because I know what he had, like an undisclosed injury or something like that. I believe
it says that Gus Edwards' ankle expects to play Week 14 against the Chiefs.
Okay.
He entered last weekend's game with the same ankle injury and had 21 totes on 82 yards. Says he limped off late in the game, but was never announced with an injury. So it looked like a minor aggravation. Kansas City gives up some yards on the ground, and we know that Lamar can't throw the ball. So the upside play here for me is Jackson, but the volume-based play here is Gus Edwards because he's getting 20 touches.
See, and I don't know because I feel like they might use a little bit more of Kenneth Dixon. I think they need to see what they have there. So I don't know. We might see more of him.
Okay. Dirty Jobs?
Yeah. No, it's just Gus for me. I like Gus.
Okay. Sounds like we are going with Gus. Neely89 says flex 1. Sutton or Brait? Sutton for me.
Sutton, yeah. Give me Sutton.
Yep, Sutton for me also.
Okay. Connor, Breida, and Carry-On. Who is coming back? None of them this week.
Yeah, none this week.
But I would Breida shows up.
But I would say Carry-On is probably the most likely.
I would say
even though he did not practice today.
Yep.
Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, we got to check our one of us. We need to get an NFL insider to answer those kind of questions. We just don't have that information. Sorry. I got a sound effect for the next question. Hang on.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
That's a great quote. All right. I'm Dwight Schrute. Full point PPR. James White or Dalvin
Cook? Give me James. James, oh boy.
If this was 4 weeks ago, I would absolutely be saying James White. But based off the current usage here, I wasn't so happy. Give me Dalvin Cook.
Yep, Dalvin Cook all day for me.
Dirty Jobs and Lucky Lucas primetime show.
we're ganging up on you here, bud. Sorry.
What's going on? I'm looking around.
This actually feels good because it's usually me all by myself on Garbage Island. Kind of nice.
The Patriots haven't had their full complement of weapons. They haven't had Edelman, Gronk, Sony Michel, and Rex Burkhead all healthy all season. So James White was there and Cordell Patterson were there out of necessity. But now with everyone that they currently have, they have everyone. Gordon, Edelman, Gronk, all three running backs. I mean, James White could have 5 touches this game, or he could have 20. We just don't know. I think Dalvin Cook is going to have a decent game if that team hopes to win. Vikil 12, pick 2, full point PPR, Baldwin McCoy, Adams, Moore, Ellington, Riddick. So we're assuming Josh Adams here, right? Not Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
We have to. Let's work off that assumption.
I think that's fair.
And it's kind of gross. I want to say McCoy. Why do I always want to say McCoy? Why do I?
Because you want to believe that he's good and he's going to produce for you.
Okay, I'm going McCoy because the Jets don't scare me, and then I'm going Adams. I'm McCoy and Adams. Could be DJ, though. Not sure if this is David or DJ Moore.
I think I go DJ Moore.
Okay, so you're DJ Moore and one more.
And the first one. What was the first one?
Baldwin.
No, not Baldwin. Your first one, actually.
McCoy.
No, not McCoy. Sorry.
McCoy and Josh. McCoy or Josh Adams?
Josh Adams and
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Okay, Mike, who do you got here?
Actually, I'll go with Hus on this one. I like that.
Oh, he's swinging. Okay. So you heard it here first. If you lose your first round of the playoffs because you didn't play McCoy, don't blame me.
Oh, dude, it's just LaShawn McCoy just doesn't, with Josh Allen out there running the ball like he does, he don't need him.
Think about that RPO, baby. Think about that RPO. That's just pure college-style offense there with a running back.
It should be good. It should produce.
No, see, Josh Allen runs the RPE, run past everyone.
He passes to himself. Goodrich 12, Spencer Ware or Sony Michel? Half-point PPR. Keep up the great work, guys. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. We absolutely will. Sony Michel here for me. I'm not loving Ware against Baltimore's defense, which I think is the best defense in the NFL aside from the Cowboys. You heard it. Cowboys.
I think the Texans' defense would have something to say about that. But
yes, so would the Bears. So would the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears would have something to say about it. And then even New Orleans, as of late, they might have something to say.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but for me, it's Sony Michel. Spencer Ware, even if he's got a softer defense, I really just don't like how they're using him right now.
Yeah,
and it's too many cooks in the kitchen for me in that one.
Yeah, Michelle.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
You got to drop for me here.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
You want me to read it this week?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Thanks to you guys, The Rock has clinched a bye this week, but he still wants to score those points. Would you go with the Rudy Poo Gus Edwards or the candy-ass Jalen Samuels in a PPR? And the second part of this, I don't even know how to answer. Would you start Humphreys over Evans if Lattimore shadows? I don't even know how you can know if Lattimore's going to shadow. So, but who you guys like? Gus Edwards or Jalen Samuels for The Rock, who doesn't even need to score. He just wants to show the rest of the league that he's still playing.
He wants to show him that BSD, you know. He wants to let him know it's still down there swinging. Who do you got here? You got Jalen or you got Gus the Bus?
I got Samuels. I think you got to give me Samuels.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. The experts would say Gus Edwards is the man here.
Yeah, I'm going to say Gus Edwards here just because, the thing I don't like about Jalen Samuels, I think, is the fact that you're going to have Stephen Ridley out there as well. They're going to be going, progression by progression. So for me, I'm going to go with the guy who's going to get the full volume against, like I said, I just see the game script being very well for Gus Edwards this weekend.
What I just heard is Dirty Job say that he doesn't like Jalen Samuels because he's too good. So what I'm going to have to do is side with Hus here and go with my boy Jalen Samuels.
Oh, yeah.
Who I wanted to see more from all year long. I was high on this guy in the preseason.
Oh, yeah.
They gave all the touches to Connor. I'm not bitter about it. Still bitter. But Jalen Samuels in a full-point PPR, I don't think Gus has caught a single pass this season.
No, they don't.
Oh, sorry, Hus. Were you still going? I was going to jump in.
I was just saying. They don't use them. That was all.
All right, I'll jump in.
I said, give me a hell yeah.
We got a Mixler question from Stone Cold Rogers, Crazy Canuck 2017 in my Pro-Am. So let's see who he's got. A couple actually real quick. He's listening right now. I need to start either Goff or Lamar Jackson or Phillip Rivers. I don't know how you get away from Rivers right now.
Yeah, exactly. Rivers is so consistent. I think he has put up between 20 and 28 points every single game this season. He was able to go into Pittsburgh and put up those numbers. Yeah, we all saw the false start, and he probably shouldn't have had that long touchdown pass to really kick things off there in the first half for him. But Phillip Rivers has so many weapons. They're all firing right now. Keenan Allen has been the number one wide receiver since week 9. Yeah, y'all heard that. The number one wide receiver since week 9. My preseason darling is finally coming to fruition. Phillip Rivers is having a career year. I got to go Rivers against Cincy. Like, that just looks so juicy.
Juicy. Yeah, I wanted to say Golf, but after, hearing
Lucas rant.
Yeah, after hearing Prime Time, I had to go.
Well, I think Cincinnati's defense is still kind of beat up too. So
they're garbage.
Yeah,
they're
not good.
They are dumpster fire trash right now.
Injured,
you got to look at your garbage can.
Yeah.
I have that one, but I don't have it on this computer. Terrell Pryor, garbage. Drop? I do have it. Garbage. All right, the other.
Oh man, old Terrell Pryor.
Wait, Mike, are you going to say Lamar Jackson on that one?
He's thinking it. He's been real quiet. Quiet.
I said I don't see a situation in which you can sit Phillip Rivers right now. The guy is just too hot, and I hate Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
I mean, like red, cold hate. I hate Phillip Rivers, but
why? Because he wears a cowboy hat. What you got against people's cowboy hats?
It's when he sits in the friggin' thing after a primetime match against Denver. Oh, so irritating.
You hate all those dang deductions he gets when he claims his taxes and file for all those kids.
Right. All 70 of them.
All right, he's got another question. Same league. Start 2 PPR. We got Aaron Jones, Spencer Ware, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel, and Anthony Miller. Needs 2 for PPR.
Ooh. Who was the very first one?
Aaron Jones, Spencer Ware, Sutton, Curtis Samuel, Anthony Miller.
So Aaron Jones is a lock here.
Yeah, give me the first 2.
You like Ware against Baltimore in a PPR over those other guys, over Miller and Sutton?
I mean, I'm not big on Miller right now. I could be swayed on Sutton. I just like the touches.
Yeah, but they just brought in West, and then you saw that they split the touches with Williams last week, so I'm just nervous. I'm nervous.
Yep, that's how I feel about Spencer Ware, too. He's just once bitten, twice shy, I believe is what they say about that. And I just do not like this guy's future on this team. So, for me, I'm thinking it's Sutton for sure and Aaron Jones for sure. That's the two I'm liking right there.
Yeah. I think I'm swayed.
Okay, so Sutton and Jones for us.
Yep.
All right, and he scored blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's just bitching now about his record. Scored 2007, had 1954 scored against him, finished 6-7. Maybe he's not bitching. Maybe he's proud of that. I don't know. Was that his Pro-Am record, actually? I think that might have been his Pro-Am record. He was...
Who is that?
This is Crazy Canuck, 27. He was in my Pro-Am, and if this is him, he missed it by... He needed like 2 or 3 points the last week to get in.
Hey, guys, we didn't do... and I just want to, I guess, clear this up on air, just so people know. You guys didn't do the most points to the last spot to the last spot, right?
No, I did top 3 of each division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eat Sleep asked me about it today because I got the last spot, and if we use the scoring from last year, this other guy, Jingling Josh, he would have got the last spot, which I would have been fine giving him that last spot, but we didn't do it. We didn't do that this year, so.
No, and if we had done it that way, I would not have missed the playoffs. I would be in the playoffs. If I went in right now and said, hey, by the way, most points to not make it into the playoffs actually gets that last spot, I would have a riot on my hands. So congrats to everyone that did in the Lucas division of the Pro-Am. I'm not bitter at all about having the most points against and having, I think, the third highest most points scored.
Who made the playoffs, by the way, if you guys don't?
In my division, you have to give me just a second real quick. Let me pull this up here. But it was close. It was close. Jabba's in mine. He made it.
Nice.
I think he had the most points scored. And check out this league here. In the standing, we had actually Chutz made it in. Chutz made it in. He did well there. Bruise and Tattoo made it in, and Jabba made it in from my division. And I'm sitting here with 1751 points against. And then we had Kiff 817 made it in the other division, DHH Tyler, and Derek Brown. D-Bro FFB.
So D-Bro and Tyler from Happy Hour guys. Justin Boone was the top seed in mine. Pat Fitzmaurice made the playoffs. Myself, and then the rest followed by the AMs, which, let's be honest, these guys are no amateurs. Ram Jam, Beamer Cleaner, and Plow King. Marcus Grant, he missed it.
Plow King.
Eat Sleep. Yeah, Plow King.
Plow King's in my Vampire League. He's kicking ass in my Listener League.
Yeah, he's kicking ass in the Pro-Am as well. So
good for him.
I think he's 3rd or 4th. So yeah, he's doing pretty well. I got to see him in the first round. I'm not too happy about it.
We got Black Mamba. Mike, we don't care about your league. Did you make the playoffs? Did you make the playoffs, Mike?
I did not. Nope, I just barely missed it. 6 and 7 as well. The guys who did make it in mine were, of course, Matt Harmon, Pony Keg Sports, Back Row Show. My amateur, Antone21, came back, got in there. Nice. That's who I'm rooting for. And then Shaggy Boy, both of those guys, I want to see them dominate fantasy. Matt Harmon, man, I'm telling you, these guys are good. These guys are pros for a reason. I mean, it was really fun.
It was fun playing against these guys. It was stiff-ass competition this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Looks like we have a call. Let me get to this Black Mama question real quick. Black Mama 24. Standard, choose 3 running backs. Wide receivers are Antonio Brown and Hopkins. So the running backs to choose from, we need 3. Chubb, Ingram, Lindsey, Lamar Miller, Carry-On.
So Carry-On's probably not playing Chubb.
Chubb and Lindsey for me.
Chubb and Lindsey for sure, and he needed one more, right?
Yep.
Who was the first one?
It was Chubb, Ingram, Lindsey, Lamar Miller, and Carry-On.
Ingram was the other one for me.
Yeah, Chubb, Lindsey, Ingram for me as well.
I'll take Lamar.
That's fair. I don't love Lamar, but that offense is pretty high powered. But like I said, I do expect both Kamara and Ingram to have decent games finally again for New Orleans.
All right, we got some phone calls to get to. Oh, hell yeah. All the way from the 316 area code. I forget this guy's name. It starts with a B. I forget.
You can just call me B, that's fine.
B? All right. What's up, B? Welcome to the Sleepwire Show. Thanks for calling again.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What you doing, man?
It's going. I was really proud of my team last week until, the whole Kareem Hunt news.
Yeah.
Man.
I hope you didn't have Hunt and Connor. I know a lot of people that, they're looking pretty good right now. They probably went close to undefeated if you have both Kareem Hunt and Connor, and then now you don't have either for the playoffs.
Well, it was last week I traded James Conner and something for, I got Zach Ertz. I traded Connor and Olsen, who both just got injured, for Ertz. So that paid off, but then Hunt's gone. Luckily I had Ware, but still not the best.
It's not the same.
Yeah, Hunt does not equal. Ware does not equal Hunt. Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Sad
as a
times.
Chiefs fan, seeing that just kind of hurt our Super Bowl chances, I feel like.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
That's rough.
Well,
what can
my
we do for you
question
this week, man?
Yeah, what do you got?
I have Spencer Ware and Gus Edwards. Who am I rolling with rest of the seasons through the playoffs? I got my first of my buys this week, but next 2 weeks, who do you think I should roll with?
Is this PPR?
Standard, and I have Mahomes.
Okay, so standard to me is definitely going to lean in the favor of Gus Edwards. He has Casey this week, and then Tampa and the Chargers. I don't love the matchup at the Chargers. I do love Tampa. What do you guys think here? Let me see who the Chiefs play Week 16.
Without a doubt. I like his schedule the rest of the season. Los Angeles really doesn't scare me. They secured their playoff spot. They're going to really not have too many reasons to need to play. I think Gus Edwards for me rest of the season. They're going to need him.
Okay, yeah, Gus in a standard is, that's a hot commodity.
Yes.
Same. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. The guy next week has a pretty favorable matchup, so we'll see if my championship dreams are still there.
Hey.
All right.
All right. Well, that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime.
All right, man. Good luck, man.
All right.
I will catch you guys later.
Okay, we got one more call here. 503 area code. I didn't get a chance to screen this. Hey, caller, thanks for calling the Sleepwire Show. What's your name?
What's up, guys? It's in the bag.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing? I'm in a bad way. I'm the Gordon owner and the Olsen owner, so I'm scrambling here.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a poll question that I missed earlier between Ian Thomas and Kyle Rudolph and half point.
Rudolph for me. It was Rudolph for me.
Yeah, Rudolph for me
as well. I love Rudolph in December. He seems
they're
to
using him a lot more.
Mike, are you making a Christmas joke there?
Look at his stats. It's crazy. The guy only does good in December. And he ends up being like a top 5 tight end because of the numbers he puts up in December. It's nuts. It's funny because it's Christmas time, but it's also true.
Yeah. And I'm actually in the same way as you in a couple different leagues. I had Olsen in two or three leagues, and one of them I have Ebron had Ebron as my backup that I was flipping them in between, and the other one I have backed him up with Rudolph. My two leagues that I had Olsen, I'm now using Rudolph, which I'm pretty happy to do. And honestly, Olsen hasn't been balling out that much recently.
No,
anyway. And honestly, that's just because Cam has so many options that he can throw to him between McCaffrey and then Funchess is now back, Samuel, DJ Moore. He just was not needing to throw to the tight end as much. So this may have been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, okay. Also, Uzoma is out there on the wire. Do you guys like him over Rudolph?
No.
I do not. Nope.
Yeah, I'm right there. Okay. Obviously, we don't know if Gordon's going to play this week, so I'm trying to figure out who to start at running back.
Assume he's not.
I would.
Yeah. So I'm going to start Sonny Michel as my RB2. My other options are I've still got Eckler, and I was probably going to fire up Blunt against Arizona. What do you guys think? I also have Mac.
I'm blanking. Who are the Colts playing this week?
Houston. The Colts?
It is
Houston. Houston.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Houston, yeah.
I don't like that. You know, I do like the Blunt. Blunt's got a lot of volume recently. If Carry-on's out, Blunt's getting like 20 touches a game. So that just from a volume standpoint is pretty nice. Again, I am playing – there's certain teams and I'm looking at certain matchups. And I'm playing tight ends against Houston, and I am playing running backs against Cincinnati. I just am. I think I like Eckler here against Cincinnati.
I wasn't able to get Jackson. Do you think last week was more of like a game script thing for Eckler than like what we're going to see going forward?
No, I think he got shut down. He just got shut down by the Steelers, and Jackson is that good. I don't think Cincinnati can shut down Eckler, though.
Okay.
Hus, what do you?
Is it looking like Jackson gets the start?
I'm right there.
I think that it's just going to be they're just going to split touches, and it really doesn't matter who gets to start, right? Like that won't really matter. They're both going to be very productive with their touches, and I would assume both of them will get 10 plus touches. They're a lot better. San Diego's the Chargers are a lot better than Cincinnati, so I expect them to be up, and both running backs should be splitting work going forward towards the end of that game. We assume game script here that they're up, and that's usually favoring the running backs.
Go Chargers, go!
You guys all like Eckler over Blunt if Carry-on sits?
Mike, what do you think?
I prefer
Hus?
I do.
Yeah, sounds like you got 3 for Eckler there.
Yeah.
Cool. Last question. Right now I've got Tennessee going on Thursday night against Jacksonville at home. Also, Buffalo's on the waiver wire at home versus the Jets. What do you guys think?
Buffalo.
Mike?
I think Buffalo also. I like Buffalo against the Jets, although Darnold is back.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah, I am currently rocking Tennessee on several of my teams. I do like Tennessee, but I think Buffalo, from a talent standpoint, has one of the better defenses in the league. They're just always on the field because their offense can't move the ball and they get worn down. So I think I might give the slight edge to Tennessee, but both the guys like Buffalo, and I don't dislike it either. So let's go Buffalo.
Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right, good luck, man.
Good luck in the bag.
Talk to you later.
See you, Mr. Bag.
Thanks, bye.
All right, Mr. Bag. I got a few more questions on the Mixler from Black Mamba 24. Let's see. He has best streaming tight ends and why. He's asking us to answer like a school question. I lost Olsen. Available. Rudolph, Uzoma, Mark Andrews, Lacoste, and Evan Ingram.
It's gonna be Rudolph. We love Rudolph going forward as a guy that you can pick up late right now. Perfect fill in for Olsen.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, I'm
we just told.
It's December.
Okay.
Perfect fill in. Why?
That's logical. That's logical. Okay.
He started to have a little rapport with Kirk Cousins here recently. We've seen a little bit of that the last few weeks, and we expect that to continue going forward.
All right, good trend. Then he also asked Broncos or Chargers defense.
Chargers.
Ooh, okay. I like both of these a lot. I know that doesn't help. I think that I'm going to go Chargers here because they're at home, and
since he is
garbage, since he is garbage, and Denver is having to fly out to San Francisco for this game, they're having to travel, so that I get a slight edge to the home team here.
Mike says,
"Go Chargers, go!"
All right, good for you.
No.
That's what that was.
Go home, Chargers, go. No, it's Denver for me, 100%.
Yeah, I knew it would be. That is it for the Mixler questions for now. Phone lines are clear. I think we left up on YNG Young Chris 191, I believe. No, Emonel 2. Yeah.
Emonel 2. Who has more value going forward, Deshaun Hamilton or Zay Jones? I know Mike likes Zay Jones. Tell me I'm wrong.
Zay.
Yeah, I'm good with Zay here also. He's going to be the number one target on that team, right?
Yep.
Young Chris 191. I'm not sure if we lost Mike. Young Chris 191. Should I drop Sanders? Yes, you should. Is it a dynasty? Yeah. The answer is no. Then your answer is yes.
Yeah, dynasty or keeper, no. But everywhere else, yeah, you're cutting him. He's done.
Danny Ocean. If you could put together a waiver wire team of sleepers, boom, or bust that you would expect to ball in week 4 through 16, with being on waiver wire of an estimate of 80 to 100% of available in half PPR leagues, what would it look like? So this is a great question, but not one we're going to do right now on air. That's a great one for an email. It's the one. Got a few questions this week. All standard league questions. Best tight end to play this week. He wants to know Brait Burton or Austin Hooper, guys.
I think Hooper.
Cameron Brait for me.
And this is tough for me. I look for Austin Hooper to bounce back. Cameron Brait, he has gotten in the end zone, but has not really been a focal point of that offense, even with OJ back OJ out and Winston being back. Austin Hooper's been pretty steady, reliable here. So I'm with Hoos. I'm going Hooper also. And then he wants to know, would you ride with Trey or take a dart throw of the waiver wire? If so, who? Best wide receiver 2, Chris Godwin, Adam Humphries, Dante Pettis. Okay, this is just a different question. So the dart throw for us over Trey Burton might be someone like Rudolph. That's probably the one guy that we like that could be there. Best wide receiver 2, he wants to know Chris Godwin, Humphries, Pettis, or Alshon Jeffrey. Probably Pettis, right? Or Humphries?
Yeah. Pettis and Humphries. I can't get behind Alshon.
Would you drop Chris Godwin to pick up Humphries?
No, I would not.
I think I would. He has been really reliable. I think
with no Djax, Godwin is just as reliable as Humphries now. Not reliable, it's just as relevant now. Maybe without Djax, then sure. I mean, with Djax, sure, I would say sure, grab Humphries, but he seems to be just as relevant.
Okay, so it's Pettis for me. It sounds like it's Pettis for Hoos. And Mike, you're saying Humphries?
I like Pettis, but okay. I like Humphries better, though. Dude, Humphries is the guy's just too consistent. He's scoring too much.
Okay.
Sorry, track there for a second.
You're good.
There. Because I like Pettis a lot, too. Don't get me wrong. Like, the guy's awesome, but not as much as I like Humphrey's consistency.
So this next question is going to be really, really gross here. He has several running backs, and I'm just going to name 4 of them because it's going to be 3 out of these 4 that he needs. Leonard Fournette, Aaron Jones, Phillip Lindsay, and Nick Chubb. He needs 3 of those 4.
Ooh. That's tough.
Nick said the last 3.
Yeah, I mean, are we? How ridiculous is that? Are we really sitting Fournette?
I mean, look at the last 2 times these guys met. They're just scoring just isn't there. It's always a big defensive struggle. But I mean, that means that Fournette's going to be getting some serious volume too.
Coming off that suspension. Yeah, I'm sitting Fournette.
I think so too.
There's no way I'm sitting Chubb or Lindsay, and then Aaron Jones' matchup is too juicy. So if I was going to sit someone, it would be Aaron Jones for me because I just love the other 2.
Yeah, I can't sit Aaron Jones for Fournette. I'm sitting Fournette here. The matchup is too good.
What a great problem to have.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, definitely pick up Jalen Samuels and drop Jordan Howard. Right? He has all of those other running backs.
For sure.
Go ahead and pick up Jalen because you can play him in your tight end spot if it's Yahoo. Next, that was a long series there from him. Shinester wants to know, how do you feel about hoarding defenses for the playoffs? He currently has the Bears and the Broncos rostered, but Jacksonville and Minnesota are both available. With Sanders tearing his Achilles and Spencer Ware looking like he's going to be an RBC, is it worth dropping them and blocking my league mates from getting those defenses? I don't think I would drop Ware. Right, guys, but if you have to drop Sanders anyway, maybe snag Jacksonville. I mean, they shut down the Colts. I don't want somebody to use them against me.
Right.
Yeah,
I'd
say so.
At this point, to me, that's one of my playoff strategy moves. Is I try to grab defenses that I think you might play against me. So
there you go. You gotta block. You gotta block effectively.
Hey, we got a caller.
Okay.
Let's take him. Hey, caller, thanks for calling the Sleeper Wire show. What's your name?
Hey, guys. My name is Danny. Calling in from Bronx, New York. Just wanted to say you guys are awesome. I've been listening to you guys religiously for the past year. Well, football season. And I have a pretty big dilemma in one of my leagues. My Monster League, I have at QB Trubinsky and Dak. So I'm trying to figure out which QB I want to start this week, first round of the playoffs. And I also have Emmanuel Sanders. So luckily I was able to pick up Cortland Sutton about 2-3 weeks ago.
Nice.
So that kind of mitigates the loss for Emmanuel Sanders, but I also have Anthony Miller on my bench. So I'm trying to figure out for my wide receiver 2 which one to pick up. Which one plug in. And lastly, my third question is for the RB flex. For the flex, I have Lamar Miller and Spencer Ware. Now, I'm still trying to figure out, based on the matchups and all the information coming out, who should I start, who should I bench. But luckily, I got I was number 1 seed, so I get an extra 5 points added to my, my total score. So, if one underperforms, I get those five bonus points.
That's really nice. I know for me, this is going to be Trubisky, Sutton, and Miller. I'm a Cowboys homer. I do like Dak. I think he's been playing as good as he's really going to. But I give the slight edge to Trubisky if he's, really healthy playing and good to go. Sutton for me over Miller because of the matchup. And then obviously he needs to be the man. And then Lamar Miller's on the hottest team in football right now, and they're at home. So you guys, what do you think here?
Yeah, I'm full agreement with exactly what you said. So, yep.
Well, I almost forgot to mention that, with regards to like Dak and Trubinsky, I also have Zeke as my RB2. So, he's been, for the past like 4 or 5 weeks, has been coming on in the passing game. He was basically their, I guess, Le'Veon Bell light, if you will, before they traded for what's his face, Cooper.
Yep.
And, so he's been coming on in the passing game. So it's like, do I want to do the Dak Zeke stack for this week, or should I just go for the higher upside and go Trubinsky?
The stack is fun. Like that's kind of a fun thing to do. But in terms of a regular, and just of your league, you're just looking at each player individually and trying to figure out who's going to put up the most points. So you really need to not worry that Dak's going to be throwing to Zeke just for more the fun of it. I know that is fun, but you just want to look and see if you think Trubisky's going to put up more points than Dak or not.
Yeah, exactly. So, the upside is there.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's really all that it is for me. I mean, Trubisky has a lot more throwing options, or people to throw to, and I think that he's more or less fully rested now. Dirty Jobs, what do you think here?
Yeah.
Dirty Jobs had to go.
Okay, goodbye, Dirty Jobs.
I'll be playing the part of Dirty Jobs.
Okay, Steve, what do you think?
I like Josh Allen in this situation.
I bet you do. The other running quarterback.
And then one last thing I almost forgot. What do you guys take the over/under that Melvin Gordon played?
He's sitting. He's riding the pine this week.
Yeah, I'd have to go that way too.
Yeah, I got Melvin Gordon, Zeke, Aaron Jones, Spencer Ware, and Lamar Miller as my running back. So I was hoping that Gordon will come back this week. But yeah, it looks like he's not going to come back.
Well, the thing is that they've now clinched, and they are at home against Cincinnati, and Eckler, and if Justin Jackson and Eckler are able to go on the road and do a come from behind win and take care of Pittsburgh, they're not going to rush Melvin Gordon back right now to get him re-injured against Cincinnati. The guys that they have are plenty good. It just does not make football, billion-dollar industry with a lot riding on these players sense to rush him back to come to a game that they're more or less a lock to win.
Okay, makes sense. Well, I mean that's all my questions. I wanted to say it's the first time I'm calling in, and speaking to you guys, and like I said before, really appreciate you guys. All the information. Your show is amazing.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, I will be donating to the cause once I'm done with the call.
We appreciate
that, man. Call back in next week as well. Let us know how you did.
Yeah, definitely. We'd like to hear from you guys.
All right, guys. It was a pleasure.
See you, bud.
All right. Thank you for the call. And if you would also like to help us out while we do all this stuff and sit here for 3 hours every Wednesday night and answer questions, we're raising money for a guy who has chronic Lyme disease, and you can help us by making a donation on his GoFundMe page. GoFundMe.com/RobJR. Every little bit helps. If we helped you out at all this season with a good call or a waiver claim or a trade or any of that stuff, you're part of the Mailsack. We sure would. We appreciate you being part of it, but we would really appreciate a little help with our goal. All right, that is it for the calls right now. Phone lines are wide open, 256-567-SLEEP, or I'm sorry, 56, what is it again? 256-56-SLEEP.
Get it together.
256-567-5337, if you want to dial it out. I don't know where you left off on the questions, but I do have one or two here, I think, from the Mixer. Let me pull that up real quick. Listeners that are listening right now, okay, Stone Cold again. Stone Cold Rogers. I got a bye this week. Which would be a good defense for next week? So he's looking at Dallas, at Indianapolis, Detroit at Buffalo, Atlanta at Arizona, or Oakland at Cincinnati?
I don't like any of those.
You don't like Dallas?
I like the Dallas defense, but I don't like it against Andrew Luck. Did any of those jump out to you?
Strangely enough, Oakland.
Really?
Yeah. I've used them a couple times this year streaming. And every disgusting time that I did, they actually panned out.
Oh, that just hurts me. That would really, really hurt me to recommend someone to use Oakland in the semifinals of their playoffs.
Look at these options.
I know.
Maybe there was another name that I would.
I think I would say I would rather go with Detroit. Detroit at home versus Buffalo.
Okay, Buffalo.
Okay.
They more or less shut down the Rams last week. The Rams didn't do much versus them at all. I kind of liked, and Detroit. They're trying. They're coming together.
Yeah, I recommended them a couple of weeks ago as a playoff streamer. So, yeah, I could see you using them.
I'm looking at the give-take stats right now, and total giveaways, Indianapolis is number 8 in terms of most. Buffalo's number 2, and Arizona's number 6. So if that helps at all. And then your total takeaways, I think out of his list, I think it was Dallas was the highest ranked so far. Dallas, and then a couple other teams. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question. Did we answer? Oh, he's also, he just said some more stuff. Giants, Dolphins, and Packers are also there.
Okay, I need to look and see who they play.
I kind of want to stay away from the Packers for the rest of the year, unfortunately. They seem like they're in some kind of... That team's in flux right now. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, so I think I'm still leaning Detroit, even with those new ones that you just threw in there. I'm leaning Detroit at home against Buffalo.
Yeah, I guess I'd lean Detroit as... I like the Cincinnati matchup though.
I mean, I want to say the Cowboys. I want to say play the Cowboys, but I don't like. I know Luck had a really bad game against Jacksonville, and he's had kind of 2 poor games against Jacksonville this season. But the guy he's really been on fire.
Oh yeah.
Steve, what else you got for us?
I was just looking at Miami. I wouldn't mind Miami in the final week against the Jaguars. They host the Jaguars, week 16. Okay. Let's see. The Chief.
Oh, yeah, that could be nice.
Got a flex one, full PPR. Justin Jackson, Doug Baldwin, Deion Lewis, Josh Adams.
Josh Adams for me.
Yeah, Adams.
Okay, that's it for that. I don't know where we left off in the bag, in the sack.
Cocoa Packs, maybe?
Cocoa Packs. Oh, yeah, this was the video game question.
Okay. Do you want to read or do you want me to read?
No, I'll do it. Since I didn't make the playoffs, Cocoa Packs, since I didn't make the playoffs, I got a random question. Which is your favorite character in Mario Kart? I don't even know what that is.
Mario Kart Racing?
You know what Mario Kart is.
I think I got to go Wario.
Wario, huh?
Yeah, Wario.
I think I'm gonna go Toad. Toad was fast as shit.
He is, but gets bumped real easy.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as you're maneuvering properly,
agile.
You're okay.
Okay, all right.
The Chief on Mixler got to decide between Brait and Trey Burton, full PPR this week.
Burton for me. No, Brait. I lied.
I think we said Brait earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Brait.
Brait.
Slightly more this week. Stone Cold Rogers says, yeah, he was thinking of Detroit or Oakland as well. We gave him some clarity. Okay, back to the sack. All I do is win. Full PPR. Dion Lewis or Peyton Barber?
Gross.
Barber.
Lewis.
Sorry. Can't help you there.
I know. Steve, this one's to you.
I think I'd do Dion Lewis this week. And then he's got and Luck or Winston Humphreys stack. Oh, okay. I think I get this. So he's saying Luck and Dion Lewis or Peyton Barber or Winston and Humphreys.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm starting Luck.
Yeah, you start Luck. And out of those...
then I'm starting... then I'm starting whoever else is better out of the two.
Barber, Lewis, or Humphreys.
Yeah, which for me, Humphreys.
Yeah.
Out of those three.
Yeah, don't worry about a stack. Start the best guys. So Luck and Humphreys?
Yeah, hump for free.
Hump for free.
Wilson 27, another long-time listener. Start Spencer Ware or Ingram in standard and PPR. Does it make a difference?
Ingram for me doesn't make a difference.
Gonna go Ingram as well.
All right.
There's just too much. There's so much uncertainty right now with where they're bringing in West. I didn't really like the usage, and I don't want to play in that situation against Baltimore.
Agreed. Holmes to man. Flex Samuels, Ware, or Edwards?
Eddie. Hus, you there?
Give me Jalen Samuels.
Huh. Okay.
Was it which Samuels is it? This is a flex.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking it's Jalen Samuels because the other two are running backs.
It could be Curtis Samuel, but Samuels and Samuel.
Yeah, it's Samuels, so it's the running back.
Taylor.
Okay, I'm going. I switch. I do switch.
I switch.
Okay. All right, Ray 4. Samuels or Herndon in my tight end. I think we talked about this. If you can start Samuels in your tight end, do it.
Yeah, unless you have Gronk, Ertz, or Kelsey.
Right.
Do it.
And his other running backs are Aaron Jones, White, and Chubb. Humphreys or Sutton? I think we've talked a lot about Humphreys being hot this week.
Yeah, we like Sutton a lot, too, against San Francisco.
That's a good one. That's a good problem to have. It's actually not because it's too hard of a choice.
Yeah, I think I'm going Humphrey. Just purely based on 6 out of the last 8 games, he's double digits.
Yeah, I go Humphreys too.
And no D-Jacks.
Yeah.
All right. R. Vison 34, Newton or Winston?
Who are Winston?
Cam Newton.
Give me Cam.
I think the Panthers are going to lose this week. I think the Browns can beat the Panthers this week.
I think they can too, but I'm hoping. I don't see it being a low-scoring game.
Yeah, give me Killer Cam.
Killer Cam.
All right. Jimmy 2020, pick 2, PPR. Wilson Jr., Cook, Samuel, or Ware? Who's Wilson Jr.?
Wilson Jr.
He's San Francisco running back filling in for Breida.
Oh, okay. The suffix screwed me up.
Give me Cook. Followed closely by Samuel.
All right. Cook and Samuel.
How many? You need 2?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, it's Cook and Samuel.
Give me Cook and Samuel.
All right. Blue Manchu, Breeze or Mahomes?
You got to go Mahomes. I know it's Baltimore, but you just can't sit him.
Nobody else has stopped him.
Nope.
Baltimore is going to do nothing. Also, Bills or Titans D?
Bills.
I think we had this one earlier. Yeah, I leaned slightly Tennessee, but we went Buffalo with the 3 of us.
All right. Shack Fair, Dalvin Cook or David Johnson?
Dalvin.
Yeah, Dalvin.
All right. J. Titlow, 26. Tyler Boyd, Sutton. All right, hang on. Let me start again. I need to start 1 running back and 1 flex out of these guys. PPR, So we got running back and flex. Tyler Boyd, Sutton, Mixon, Jeff Wilson Jr., and Baldwin.
Mixon and Boyd. Just got to go with the two best players.
Mixon and Jr.
Yeah, I think I go Mixon and Jr. too, actually. And then for his tight end, Brait or Graham?
Graham.
Brait.
I don't have any
Graham
Graham.
Graham had like 10 targets last week.
Is he playing well?
Yeah.
Good.
What do you have the week before?
The week that he broke his thumb?
Or the week before that one?
Let me see real quick.
I feel like he's such an inconsistent player. Like, is he even top 12?
Yeah, I think he's number 10. Yeah, the game he broke his thumb, he had 4. And he had 11. He had 8 catches last week against Arizona.
Jeez. He hasn't scored since week 9. Though.
I know. I'm hoping the coaching change, getting rid of McCarthy, changes something there because.
Yeah, you know what? I think they have. Yeah, they have to use their best players between Jimmy Graham and they're already using Adams and they're already using Jones. So, it's still a gamble though. I'm going to say Brait for this week, and after this one, I'll pay closer attention.
Okay.
Steve, you're gonna have to break this tie.
I think I'd go.
It's a good matchup.
I think I'd go Brait this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike WZ3. Who do I start at my flex? Joe Mixon or Kenny Golladay?
Mixon.
I think I got to go Golladay based off target share.
Who loves those quarterback or wide receivers?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going running back every day.
Yeah.
Every dollar, every day.
I think I'd go Mixon as well. Who does Detroit play this week? Hang on.
Detroit?
Yeah.
Detroit, what? Detroit
Arizona?
They have a great
traveling
matchup.
to Arizona. And since he travels to L.A. Yeah, shorter trip. Let's go Detroit. I'll take the Detroit player. I think he scores this week. Mike the Bears 07. This is a big one. Russell or Lamar this week?
Give me Russ.
Russ.
Same. Also, I have to choose a wide receiver and tight end. Either or spot. Oh, okay. So this is a wide receiver tight end flex spot. Here's who he's got. Bruce Ellington, Zay Jones, Sammy Watkins, Connolly if Sammy doesn't play, Jordan Reed, Vance McDonald, half PPR.
So if Watkins plays, I'm playing Watkins.
Well, I don't know if does he have Watkins? I think he has Conley.
He does. He has Watkins and Conley.
So he needs a tight end, and he can do the others. He needs one tight end out of those, and one tight end or / wide receiver. So the tight end question's Jordan Reed or Vance McDonald, basically. It's Jordan Reed for me.
Reed for me.
McDonald for me.
All right. So now on the other flex spot, though, you can take the other tight end, or you can have Ellington, Zay Jones, Watkins, or Connolly if Sammy doesn't play.
So I think
I do Zay Jones this week. As gross as that is.
It's Watkins for me if he plays, and then Zay otherwise.
Okay. Bullseye bus. Is Ridley worth an ad?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah. Sure.
How deep is your league, really? You got to have to have like 14, 16 teams, I think, right? To even ever think about using him?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a lottery ticket guy. If the matchup's right, someone happens to get hurt on that team. If Sanu gets hurt, or if, heaven forbid, Julio were to go down, I think Ridley becomes a must start.
Well, this is what Steven, right?
Yeah, I was thinking it was Steven Ridley. That's how I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking Steven Ridley too.
Oh no, not for me. Samuels is the guy.
I've been hearing. Well, I mean, people like to be right, so they're gonna just throw out stuff that they can like see later. Yeah, I've been hearing that Ridley could be the guy. Been hearing some people taking a stab that Ridley could be the guy, but he's just been so inefficient with the role. I don't see him being that.
I've watched them both play, and Ridley doesn't look good.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So if Ridley gets all the touches, then you're going to feel really smart for having Ridley. If he gets the same amount of touching as Jalen Samuels gets, you're going to feel silly for not going Jalen.
Right. The Roughnecker wants to know, half-point PPR. Was feeling good a week ago with Hunt and Connor. Still have McCaffrey and Chubb, but I need to flex either Samuels, Ware, or Galladay.
Half-point. You said half-point PPR?
Yep.
Probably Galladay.
Yeah, Galladay.
I'd be good with that, too. It's got good upside. The final question for the Mailsack. Asian chick, PPR, quarterback. Jameis versus New Orleans or Jeff Goff. Jared Goff. She typed Jeff. Versus Chicago.
All right, Hus, you're on the clock here. Did you say Goff?
I'd say Goff.
Steve?
I'd say Goff too, I think.
Okay, well, doesn't matter what I say. It's Goff.
Would you start Jameis over Goff?
I think I would.
What scares you off? What scares you off Goff, though? Is it the matchup?
Because he didn't look good against Detroit, and I feel like and maybe it's a hangover after playing, after Kansas City and then having the bye, but I think that I just like historically Tampa was the first game of the season. That was granted it was Ryan Fitzpatrick, but that was one of the only teams to beat the Saints, and now they're coming around doing it again. And these are always high-scoring games. If you look last year, I think that there was like a 50-40 game between these two teams.
Their defense just looks so much better, though.
Yeah, it does.
We were talking about this last show, remember?
Yeah.
And what did they do?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. You are right. But I don't know. Goff just did not look himself last week against Detroit. So maybe they changed that around, but likely to happen against Chicago, I don't know.
And it's in Chicago too. It's a long trip.
You can throw in Chicago.
Yeah. I think I go Goff on this one still. I don't know. I just don't feel great about Winston this week. He stinks.
That's fair.
He stinks. That's it for the mail sack. There's no more calls. There's no more. Wait, there's one more Mixler. Mike Dirty Jobs is checking in. The correct answer is Silver Mario. I guess that's back from the Mario Kart.
Forgot about that guy.
That's it. Let's get out of here. Good show. Good show. Guys, if you want to reach us, go to the website sleeperwire.com, click the free advice button, and you can send us questions. Otherwise, get us on Twitter at Sleeper Show or on the Sleeper app in the Sleeper Wire channel, Fantasy Life app. I think some of us hanging out there. And we'll be back live Sunday morning, 11:30 to 1 p.m. kickoff. It's the Blitz. Same type of show. We take your start-sit questions the first week of the playoffs. Stay tuned for the rest of the year. We're going to get you all the way to that gold. Hus, Dirty Jobs, Lucas, good job tonight. And everyone listening, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night and a good week.